Hello, I'm going to do the Capricorn and Scorpio connection reading. And this may or may not resonate with you. If it does, take the parts that do resonate. And if it does not, leave the parts that do not resonate, as those may be meant for someone else. All right, so we're going to get our angel answer cards, and we're going to get our romance angel cards as for overall energy. Then we're going to get our animal oracle cards. We're going to look at what you may possibly be struggling with, what you may need to look at within the relationship, and possible future energies. All right, Capricorn and Scorpio. Capricorn and Scorpio. Opportunity. Opportunity. All right. I'm kind of feeling like this next one too for some reason. You're ready. All right. You're ready. The opportunity is there. All right. Capricorn and Scorpio. Capricorn and Scorpio. Playfulness, okay? To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine, that lightheartedness. And I feel like this one too. We have separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon, but I feel like it's kind of, sometimes, as they say, what is it? Makes the heart grow fonder. Not separation, but being apart, right? Being apart from someone, sometimes that makes us realize and see that, you know, what we may be missing, right? Or that we realize how important that person is to us, and we realize that the grass isn't greener on the other side, or, you know, seeing that, you know, hey, we really did have something great there. I feel like the separation kind of, to me, what I'm getting, I feel like the separation is the two of you going off on your own, spending some time alone. It's almost like, I feel like it's going on vacation. I don't feel like I feel like it's taking that time to yourself to realize what you have within the relationship, but I also feel like it's the time for two of you to get away together and have that alone time. That sometimes, you know, we get so caught up in what's going on in life that we forget about our relationships. We kind of take that for granted, and that we don't put work into our relationship and our partnership. We have what you may possibly be struggling with is pig spirit, using your mind wisely. I feel like it's kind of struggling with seeing what it is that you have within the relationship. All right, what you may need to look at. What you may need, Capricorn and Scorpio, what you may need to look at. Sweet results await, right? Sometimes taking that time to yourself. Separation doesn't mean that it has to represent a breakup. It could just be taking that time to yourself to think about things, to process things, kind of like the hermit, looking within to find those answers. That if you feel that maybe now this represents, now you're ready to work on your relationship. Maybe it's gotten to the point where you're like, you were just kind of had given up, but now you're ready to take the opportunity to take that time to figure out what it is that you want to work on within your relationship to bring back that connection, that playfulness, right? Future energies, we have sing your own song. I also feel that within relationships, we lose ourselves. Sometimes we're so busy giving and giving to another person, or we're so busy with other things that we lose ourselves. It could just be like in life in general right now, that maybe you're so busy doing so many other things for other people that you're not singing your own song. And we have to do those things and take that time to what's important to us, for us to feel that fulfillment, for us to feel that recharge, and then that makes our relationship better. Like for me, I have my horse, and I love going to the barn, and that's where I recharge, and that helps me. That's important to me. And I feel like we all sort of have those things that give us that recharge, that helps us to work on our own soul and make what's happy within us. We can't always put that on someone else to make us happy. We have to make ourselves happy. So for future energy is like doing those things that where you can sing your own song and do what's important to you. And I feel like that helps your relationship. And maybe that's that you have to take some time to yourself to say, you know what, I'm not having that me time, right? And that you need that me time, and that helps your relationship overall, and the sweet results await. And that helps to use your mind wisely, because you're saying, hey, I'm missing out on my me time. And that when you have your me time, sometimes you can think clearer, and you can find those things that if you're struggling within this relationship, you can find those things that, okay, this is bothering me. Why is it bothering me? And what is the way that I can work through this, that we can get past this, right? To find that solution instead of just always accepting things. All right, so what you're struggling with is your Nine of Cups. Maybe you're not feeling that happiness within this relationship, but I like this one because we have the crystal ball and she can see her reflection, but I also feel like it has to do with, are you making yourself happy? Are you putting too much pressure on this person, this partnership, for that person to make you happy? And that's what we shouldn't do, is that we have to make ourselves happy first. We can't put that all on someone else. Can they enhance our own happiness? Absolutely. But we have to also do those things that make us happy. Using your mind wisely. Are you doing things to make yourself happy? I feel like you're struggling with that. You're struggling with your Nine of Cups. You're struggling with the Fool card, the new beginnings and new starts. You're struggling with the Seven of Pentacles. You're thinking about the relationship, because usually it's the person where they're standing there and they're thinking about things, right? They're kind of processing. You're struggling with taking time to figure out, okay, what's the weak spot? What am I missing? What if I feel like I'm not achieving my Nine of Cups in this relationship? Why do I feel, what am I not achieving? Why do I feel this way? Why do I feel like I don't have a Nine of Cups with this person? What can be changed? What can be looked at, right? We have the Page of Pentacles, and Pages is young, new energy, trying new things, trying different things, figuring things out, working things out, right? We have the King of Wands, looking at the past. I feel like the King of Wands is somebody who's very wise. I feel like looking at what makes you happy, what gives you comfort within a relationship, what makes you feel safe. You know, if you feel that you're not receiving that in this relationship, then what are those things that you need to look at, that need to be changed up, that you need from your partner to have this, this Ten of Cups, right? What is your Ten of Cups? Are you communicating with your partner that if you feel something's missing or something's not right, are you communicating with your partner about this? Again, I like this card here, this Eight of Wands, because she's sitting there by herself and she looks very happy, and she's creating these bundles of, like, she has the wand, she has the flowers, she had the string, the knife, the glove. She's working on, right, what makes her happy, kind of singing her own song, right? Taking that time for what makes you happy. Again, Ten of Pentacles. I love it. The Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. That connection. If you're happy within yourself, then I feel like you're happy with you're happier with the relationships that you have around you, and you feel safer and you feel good, right? You're having that contentment. You're having that good feeling. We have the World Tree. I like this World Tree. This is number 21, which is the World. But it has all the different seasons. We have summer, spring, fall, and winter. And we have the snake, which represents the wisdom and the learning, right? What you've learned. That sometimes this takes time. This is not something that happens overnight, but it's something that if you can at least acknowledge what's missing or what's going on, then those are the things that you can work on within the relationship. I feel like you want a connection with this person. I feel like you want to get this relationship in a better place, especially with the you're ready, the opportunity and you're ready, and the playfulness. I feel like you want this to be more playful within the relationship. Bottom of the deck, we have the High Priestess, and that is that inner feeling. What is your true feeling inside? Acknowledging that, right? And then I can kind of see this card, which is the Ace of Wands. It's not only acknowledging it, but what are those things that you can do to change? If you're not happy with something, you have to make the effort to make the changes, right? You have to step up to the plate. You can't put that on the other person, that if you want change in your life, you have to make the changes. That's what I feel. You can work on it together. You can make those changes within yourself, and then you can work on it together. That if there's parts that are missing, or parts that feel that they're off, or parts that you have to work on. Again, I feel like that separation is taking that time to yourself to work on that and to figure that out. All right. We have 10 of Cups. We have 10 of Cups again, okay? 10 of Cups again. Working on that 10 of Cups. We have two people here, and she has the needle point, and then she's reaching out to that person, and this person is doing the yarn. So it's that partnership. It's working together. And then we have all the little bees here, right? And the sweet results await when you have that communication on how can we work on this together. I feel like the two of you are not working together. I feel like you're kind of separated, like you're kind of going off in your own directions. And I feel like you want to have this relationship come back together. Again, like I was saying before, is looking within, that there's a blockage here, but it's like, okay, shedding the light on what is it that I can change? What is it that can be changed within this relationship? Seeing things from a different perspective. The Hangman, definitely. Sometimes we have to take a step back, which I feel goes back again to that separation. We have to take a step back and look at things from a different perspective. Sometimes when we're right in the middle of things that we don't really see what's going on around us. Is it you need to spend some more time doing things that make you happy? You'd be surprised, you'd be surprised that when you start doing those things, how happy you feel, how light you feel, how you feel like you can handle things better because you're making yourself happy. 9 of Pentacles, the rewards for seeing things, for looking within and seeing things from a different perspective, those rewards for that, right? Learning from it, finding a new solution, finding out, okay, what are those things that we need to change? What are those things that we can change within our relationship? Asking your partner, do they feel that something's missing? Do they feel, and you have to be ready to hear it. Don't ask the question unless you're ready for the answer. Because they may say some things that may bother you. They may say some things that may hurt you, but you have to be open to what that person has to say and not attack them and start, if that's their truth and that's what they're feeling, then you have to be willing to accept that and say, okay, I understand that you're feeling that this way, and that, that's something that I will make more of an effort to work on. You have to be open to what the other person has to say. You can't shut them down because you can't shut them down because you feel like that's not the answer that you want to hear. And if you feel that you're going to be in a defensive mood and you're going to attack that person, then I would say that you're going to need more time to figure out things within yourself before you have that conversation. Before you're ready to have the conversation. 8 of Swords can be that you're holding yourself back, but 8 of Swords can also be that when the time is right, that you feel ready to move forward, that you will. We have the Sun card, love it, positive energy, feeling happy, working things out, not worrying about those things that you can't control. Sometimes we like to put a lot on our plate and worry about things that we can't control, but there may be some things that you need to let go of that you were holding on to before, right? We have the Devil card, which is the Capricorn card, so it could be some of that toxic energy that you were holding on to. That you are worrying about things that you couldn't control. Sometimes when we don't feel secure within ourselves, we will project insecurities onto our partner, right? And we will accuse them of doing things, but really they weren't doing anything, but that was our own insecurity within ourselves, right? And if they are doing something, then to have that conversation and say, well, why are you doing that? What do I just personally feel that if, something's going on, if somebody's doing something that's hurtful, like there's a reason why. Are we not giving them what it is that they need, or is it just within themselves that they don't know what they want, that they're lashing out? Are they trying to do things for attention, right? I feel like it's asking those questions, right? Thinking about those things and asking those questions to work through things. When you're ready to, there's something difficult going on here. There's something in this future energy, especially with the 9 of Swords and the Devil card and the Page of Swords, handling the more difficult things. And sometimes we try and sweep those under the rug, right? And we were like, I don't want to handle it. I don't want to deal with it. I want to ignore it. But I feel like with this future energy, it's like bringing it to the surface and working on that. and to talk about those things, and, you know, handling the more difficult things. The hurt, right? New emotions and new feelings, right? A new way of a new way of feeling, to working through those more. Maybe that's what you were doing in this relationship. I was with a Scorpio. I'm a Capricorn sun and a Capricorn rising, and I was with a Scorpio for 25 years. We had zero communication between each other. We swept everything underneath the rug, and by the time we started to face it and work through it, there was so much damage done that it couldn't be repaired. On my end, I felt it couldn't be repaired. So I feel like, you know, bringing those more difficult situations, conversations to light, and working through those things, right? But like I said before, being ready to hear what the other person has to say and what their truth is. Right? And to not disregard that, because that's not the way that we're thinking. So I just feel like it's definitely has to do with communication. I feel like with these two 10 of Cups and this 10 of, or the two 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles, I feel like you want to work on this relationship, but I feel like you need to look within and find your own happiness. And I feel like this is something that's going to take time, but I also feel like it's kind of facing those more difficult situations, and really working through it and not sweeping things under the rug. That's why I always say that, is that, you know, if you keep sweeping it under there, that the pile becomes so big that it can't be fixed, right? Thoughts and ideas of improvements and bringing this relationship together, not being overwhelmed by things, because that can get out of control. And something that we have to look at our own actions and what we're doing, but then also having that communication when you're ready with the partner and working through the harder times. That's what relationships are. It's just not always like the good things and sweeping all the bad under the rug. It's like, you know, dealing with the harder times and the tougher decisions. It's two individual people that are growing at different rates, and you have different perspectives, but making sure that you each have that time to sing your own song and do those things that make you happy, because that enables you to handle the more difficult situations. All right, so let's see. Let's close out with a Whispers of Healing. Let's see, I feel like this one here. We have give back, right? It's that back and forth within relationships. It's the back and forth, each of you giving to each other. This really sticks out for me here, is the two people underneath the tree and just holding on to each other and working through things and taking that time out together. It's not only singing your own song and doing those things that are important to you, but also taking that time out to have that time, that together time too. I feel like that's important too. Sometimes when you have kids and you have, you know, all of life is going on, that we lose our connection with our partner. And like I said, I think I said that in the beginning, is that, I don't know if it was this reading or the other reading, but that we kind of forget to work on our relationship. But I feel like that's something that we need to make sure that we do work on. All right. Thank you so much for watching. As always, stay positive, stay safe, and I will see you next time.